Hey guys, as you might have guessed, I don't care much about Christmas. I care about truth. So this is a video again about perspective and what people have to understand when they are looking at celestial bodies in the sky. They have to understand perspective, always trying to find the best way to share this, to make clear visually also what is happening and what perspective is actually causing and why the earth can be flat and everything can still happen as it does. The sun is rising, the sun is setting, that there is no difference whether the earth is a ball or flat, okay? But still, one or the other is true, you know? But one is being promoted as truth, as a deception, and the other is being hidden, right? Not talked about, actually censored, ridiculed, okay? So, the thing is, I found this website and you can see sunrise and sunset times, but then they give you this graph. And the funny thing is, yes, the earth is stationary as it is in this graphic and the sun is moving. Okay, so I'll explain that. Here you don't see the sun when it's coming. Then the sun gets to the horizon and you're standing in the middle actually here. The sun gets to the horizon, that's your 5 kilometer circumference with a radius of 5 kilometers. Gets there, that's the sunrise. And all it did is just move towards you, right? But it's rising to your perception. Then it's getting to the zenith. And then to your perception, it's sinking again, descending because the sun is increasing its distance from you, away from you, hitting that horizon line again, where your eye level meets with the floor, and the floor is also ascending, which you cannot see here in this graphic, but the floor is flat in truth, so the sun is just moving away from you beyond that point, okay, and due to perspective, at some point it becomes invisible. The sun is in reality not there, down here, but up there somewhere. But this illustrates the perception, the way you perceive the sun. Okay, at some point it has to go beyond, because it's moving away beyond that point, and that's why we thinking, although that's not the truth. Okay, and another way to see this is a time lapse of the sunrise and the sunset. Just sharing this with you. And it's the earth that stands still and the sun is moving, because for example from this image you could also think, look at the clouds, so the earth must be moving because look at the clouds, they are so fast moving into this direction, so the earth must be moving to the other direction. Of course nobody says that. Everyone knows that the clouds are moving above earth, but why not with the sun? Why do people not know that the sun is moving above earth, right? The earth is not moving, the sun is just moving away, just like those clouds are moving away, okay? And to deepen this, there is a fun post, you know, on Instagram. Oh wait. There was a fun post on Instagram where people realized or came across an illusion. From this perspective, here the horizon, it looks like there is ocean, right? Somebody has driven this road and then took a picture and said, look, there is ocean, but in my hometown there is no ocean. It's not even close to the ocean, so what could this be? It's an IKEA building, which is blue, and we're looking at the facade, at the front wall here. And we all know that IKEA buildings have flat rooftops, right? So what you're looking at as is that edge from front wall and flat rooftop. And it creates this illusion as if you're looking out on the ocean. And what has this to do with perspective and sunsets and sunrises? Simple, because that's what perspective does. It creates this illusion the ocean becomes this front wall, so to say, if that was actually ocean, becomes this front wall. And at some point it meets eye level and it cannot go higher than that, okay? Because there is also sky that has to fit into this frame, into the picture. So when the sun comes from above, descending there, not in truth but to your perception, at some point it will cross that point and then go beyond, okay, through perspective. Again, back to this reality, it's an IKEA building with a flat rooftop. That means if there's a bird, or imagine a giant ball right there at the edge, and it's just rolling down that flat rooftop, in reality it's going flat, right? It's just moving on the same level, but to your perception it will be sinking beyond the edge here. At some point you will not see that giant ball anymore, and the same if the sun sets. So the sun stays at its level, just like the clouds, just like airplanes. They stay at their level, but they're just moving away from you, which creates this illusion or deception of things that are above your head sinking below your horizon. When the reality is they stay at their levels, they don't actually sink, but that's how you perceive it from your position. And you have to make a clear distinction between perception and reality. The reality is behind what you're perceiving. What you are perceiving, yes, you are perceiving the actual sun in the sky, for example, at sunset. But the way you're perceiving it, why it is sinking, it has to do with distance, with angles, and with perspective, laws that come with that. Because we're living in a 3D space, okay, where not everything is just crushed into one position, but things are going away from you, they have distances, different locations, and then it comes with a perception, okay, of things.